The Soulcalibur series has been going around for quite some time now, and it was once the pioneer of 3D fighting games. The first and the second games in the franchise were incredibly popular and still very well fond of to this day. Though the series still continued throughout the years, the series never really seemed to hit those highs, and after 2012's Soulcalibur V, the series went quiet throughout most of this gen. Fast forward to E3 2017 and the newest entry in the Soulcalibur franchise was announced. Soulcalibur VI was showed off and it looked mighty impressive. Anyway, Soulcalibur VI is finally here, but has it been worth the wait? Let's find out. Even though the game may be the sixth title in the franchise, it's more of a soft reboot of sorts, as the developers have stopped and thought of what made the series tick. And honestly, it feels like they've captured the essence of the series perfectly. The battles themselves are really quite fast, delivering some rather stunning looking fights. Soulcalibur VI is also the perfect starting point for anybody who wants to get into the series, heck even into fighting games as a genre, as the game is easy and approachable to play. You could have no knowledge of fighters at all and still have a great chance of doing well, as the inputs are easy and thanks to the ability to move fully in 3D you can dodge attacks effortlessly. That's not to say experts will have a dumbed down experience. In fact, like loads of fighters, there's still plenty of small elements to take advantage of to gain the upper hand in battles, as well as performing stupidly high combos that will take opponents by surprise. There's one mechanic that'll be new for both new and veteran fans, and that's the reversal edge, a cool new flashy technique that sees you pressing a single button and your character charges up a powerful attack that allows both players to have a clash of swords. And what we see is a sort of rock, paper, scissors like system that sees you pressing an attack and hope it trumps the opponent's attack. It may seem a little random at first when you're starting to get used to the move, but once you know what attacks has the best outcome, it'll be second nature to you. I really do like this new move as it does make you think before you attack, and when you fight a real person as an opponent, it can be very tensed indeed. The game's roster consists of just over 20 playable characters. These range from series mainstays like Ivy, Mitsuguri, and Safita. We also have a bunch of new characters like Aswell, Goth, and this new big guest character, a little known character known as Geralt of Rivia. Yes, the Witcher is here and all his signature spells and two swords are here as well. The game also has a season pass with a few extra characters joining the fight, most notably 2B from Nier Automata. As for the game's content, I'm glad to report that Soulcalibur VI is jam-packed full of content for single players. We have two different story modes. First up is Soul Chronicle, which is your typical sort of story mode which contains a selection of fights and story beats. This mode will take a couple of hours to complete, plus each and every one of the 20 caster characters also have their own 20-minute story which will take you another 4 to 5 hours to complete. Then we have Libra of Souls, which is a rather lengthy RPG-like adventure mode that sees you creating your own custom character and going on a big adventure. It's a decent mode that lets you choose your own good or bad path, as well as plenty of battles and RPG mechanics like weapon upgrading, crafting, and various other stuff. It's a fun and meaty mode that's where you're going to get most of your mileage out of. That's not all for single player stuff, there's even an arcade mode for good measure which sees you going through a series of fights till you reach the big boss at the end. You get ranked on how well you complete the arcade mode and there's even a harder difficulty mode if you unlock it. If the game's 20 plus characters not enough for you, there's also a very fun and in-depth character creation mode, for where you can create your own characters to use in battles and the single player story mode. There's plenty of different options to choose from to make your own character, and whilst it may be a bit difficult for some to create a character, there's plenty of different character creation videos online on how to make your famous pop culture and video game character. If you're not too keen on making a character from scratch, you could always search through community creations and download and play as your favourites. The only problem is you can't search for a specific character with a search function like something in the WWE 2K games. Instead, you have to search one by one at all the creations. It's a really daft decision that makes something that could be so easy too complex and quite boring to search through. Hopefully a future update may include a search function, as it would be a big help. The online element is here and pretty serviceable indeed. It's your tried and tested sort of online mode. You have your rank and casual matches. You can also play arcade mode whilst the game searches for a fight for you. The game's online runs pretty good to be fair, with mostly strong connections throughout my playthrough. As for the game's presentation, Soulcalibur IV is running on Unreal Engine 4, and the Soulcalibur series has never looked better. Character models look incredibly detailed and well presented, whilst the stages where you duke it out on also look fantastic, with some very nice lighting and textures. It all in all runs very smoothly on the PS4 Pro at a very smooth 60 FPS, with hardly a dropped frame in sight. Conclusion time now, and it's great to see Soulcalibur back, and at its best with a very impressive and complete package of content, with two different story modes that both offer a substantial amount of content that will keep single players very happy. The combat is also very approachable and a joy to play, as its weapon-based combat feels very unique. And the online and character creation tools will both provide plenty of hours of fun. Altogether, Soulcalibur VI brings the franchise back from the brink with the best entry to date, so that's why I'm giving Soulcalibur VI a 9 out of 10 with the title of brilliant. Thank you for watching my review, like, rate and subscribe, and until next time, happy gaming, bye!